Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright, and this is a recap video where I am discussing what I did in today's group energy healing that I did today, July 11th, 2017. And this is the third of the 3 healings in the set, the mini triplet group healing. So there was a Friday healing, July 7th, 2017, and then a Sunday healing, July 9th, 2017, and then today is Tuesday the 11th, July 11th, 2017, right? And just like the Sunday healing, because I capped the enrollment, so you know, like right for, I want to say like the night before the Sunday healing, I was like, okay, you know, it's a little too distracting. I love the new people coming in, I really do, but at some point I just had to cut it off so I could just focus and do my best work versus welcoming new people to the group. So so again, it was for 44 people in 8 countries in the world, and among the 44 people there are 4 children. It's because it was a big deal to make that 3-set video that maybe you've already watched, maybe you haven't yet watched, called Clearing Past Life Self-Punishment Angel Agreements. So what is that? Watch the videos and find out. But anyway, the reason I wanted to make those videos for a while, but what kind of forced me to do it yesterday and the day before, to make them and then edit them last night, was because the mini triplet healing on Sunday, the July 9th one, 2017, included that type of work. I worked with everybody's subconscious spirit to do that kind of work, which was super cool. I honestly did not imagine doing that particular process with 44 people in 8 countries, you know, but I mean, I certainly was ready to, and I had been actually doing that very type of work on myself that morning, but the angels were like, yeah, that's what you're gonna do it. So I double, triple, quadruple checked, you know. But so anyway, so that was a part of the Sunday healing, and you can watch the 3-video set called Clearing Past Life Self-Punishment Angel Agreements, to learn all about it. So today's healing did have some new wow stuff in it, but it was sort of like, you know, the final act. You know, Sunday was like this big, whoa, we really did that, you know. And then today, a lot of it was, you know, good fundamentals that maybe you have heard on recaps, like, I don't know, a couple sets back. I was having my geek fun with helping people's aura to drain as much as possible. Oh, and I thought, I don't know, I know people like the diagrams on my dry erase board, but I get a little bored with them sometimes, personally. So I thought, well, I'm going to use my AccuDoll. This is like a doll I did take a couple little acupuncture classes back in a long time ago. So anyway, this is a doll that shows all the little acupuncture points and meridians, you know, in Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. So anyway, I'm going to demo on her and on myself. So anyway, what we did today was a lot of like getting flow, you know, just kind of like making sure everybody's okay after that big past life clearing stuff on Sunday, and like more than okay, of course, you know, because I don't really believe in that whole healing crisis that you have to feel screwed up after something big, you know. I mean, I really believe that you don't have to, you know. It's not that it never happens, but so many people, it happens all the time with them, or, you know, it's just like sort of this thing that people are told, like, oh, you know, you're growing, of course you're gonna feel crazy. You know, or of course your whole next week is going to be ruined, or you're going to sleep for 30 days or something crazy, you know. So obviously, you know, forget that. So so this healing was to keep everybody flowing, get everybody even more flowing, like really geek out about the flow of the aura, like that it drains downward to your grounding. And then the cool twist, super, super, super crazy cool. Let's see, should I get to it now or get to it later? I'll get to it at the end. But there was a really cool twist, which is also there's a webinar recording that's free on my website that I'll get to that that walks you through the whole thing. So, and that one's just over an hour, so you could listen to it in like 2 installments if you want. And the second, it's the second half of that webinar that really has that whiz bang cool thing that we did today towards the end of today's healing. So, and those webinars, of course, are free to download from my website, janetwrightreadings.com. Okay, so first, what we did for starters is we did a grounding workout, where you do multiple colors of grounding to release different things. So we started with the orange grounding. So again, grounding is as wide as the aura. So say on AccuDoll, her aura probably goes out this wide maybe. So then, and it goes all the way under her feet. So like maybe down to here and up to here, because she needs all her layers, like each chakra, 1, 2 below the belly button, 3 like where the sternum ends, right here. 3rd chakra, 4th chakra, center of chest, 5th chakra in the throat, 6th, 3rd eye in the forehead, 7th in the head, in the top of the head. So anyway, each of those chakras generates a whole layer of the aura. So yeah, it's a pretty big aura. 1st layer, 2nd layer, 3rd layer, 4th layer, 5th layer, 6th layer, 7th layer, all the way up here. So anyway, I'm gonna use that little, maybe the view for the photo for the video. But anyway, so we did a grounding workout. Everyone got an orange grounding at the angel's suggestion. They picked the color, and so I asked everyone to create a big orange grounding for themselves, and a couple people were like, kind of resistant to the color orange. I'm like, seriously, it'll help you drain your emotions. Come on, your angels are saying to, and so they're like, ah. So I kind of gave them some extra gold at their grounding so that they could handle it, because like some of them, their grounding was like kind of blackish, grayish, funky, it wasn't like orange, so, but they got it, with a little help. So then there's like a big orange grounding that goes up at least to the 1st chakra at the base of the spine, but you can bring it all the way up to the 3rd if you want. That's what I like to do most of the time. I didn't really bring up the earth energy all the way for everybody. I just, have a grounding so that some earth energy comes up, but it wasn't like a full, earth energy, like jacuzzi experience. At first I just kept it a little lighter, So anyway, and then I helped send gold light to the bottom of the grounding, like, if the grounding is this wide and it goes all the way down to the center of the earth, right? So I'm like sending, gold light underneath everybody, in their grounding, to like help melt away any energy blocks that they're ready to release from their grounding. I like how this looks. See, I'm into the 3D models here. Okay, cool. So then we did that whole thing again with the yellow grounding. And if you like the whole rainbow chakra thing, red 1st chakra, orange 2nd, 3rd yellow, so red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. And I do 2 different kinds of blue, like a turquoise blue here and a cobalt blue here, and purple at the 7th. So anyway, we did orange and yellow. Yellow, if you do the rainbow thing, yellow is for 3rd chakra. It's what you set with your intention. You set your 3rd chakra to yellow. And, don't... Like, I love you newbies, and I know that you're always thinking, oh, I'm doing it wrong, I'm doing it wrong, I'm doing it wrong. I mean, I was a newbie too back in the day. And all I could see was black, I swear, I was like, I couldn't make out a thing. But, you just learn to like kind of use your intuition and your intention, and you're like, okay, I am making this 3rd chakra my favorite shade of yellow. And you think of, like a yellow baby duck, or a yellow sunshine, or yellow, highlighter marker, or, something you like that's yellow, and yellow buttercup flower, you know, and then just, you know, once you have that in your mind, the yellow from the buttercup, you're like, okay, that's what I'm making my third chakra to be, you know, and it works, you know, even though you can't see that it works. If, you know, if you had an experienced reader like validate it for you, you'd know it works, you know. And I was just telling someone today, actually, or yesterday, the webinars on my website are very newbie friendly, like very, because there were so many newbies doing those webinars. Those webinars were like live over the internet, so they could see live video of my beautiful face, but I didn't see video of them, but I'm clairvoyant, so, you know, problem solved. So I would like visualize them as they're working, and I had their names on a little clipboard, you know, so I knew who to keep checking on, you know, and I could see, and so I could see when they were doing it, and, you know, and I could hear them telepathically, like thinking loudly, like, is this working? I don't know if this is working, you know. So then I'd be like, I'd pick the person out and I'd be like, you just made it, you know, much clearer in your grounding, I see it, you know. So anyway, if you're a newbie and all the doubt, you just can't, it's kind of freaking you out, know that it's just a part of being a newbie, and it takes a while for it to go, that inner doubt. But healing your throat chakra could help though, because your throat chakra is inner voice. So you know, just wash out the front, wash out the back, just like imagine, you know, you're sort of soaking your whole throat chakra in gold light. You know, that could help. Also, fourth chakra, you know, I have lots of healing videos on the fourth chakra, a whole playlist on healing the fourth chakra, and that's like self-acceptance and feeling that you're good enough, you know. So if that's blocked, you feel like everything you're doing is wrong, you know. I mean, I laugh. It's not that it's funny if someone thinks that, it's just amazing, you know. It's almost like, you know, most times when people say, oh, it's a curse, there's no curse, you know. But having a blocked fourth chakra, you know, it sort of feels like a curse, because then you have low self-esteem and it sours everything, and you don't want to try because you think you've already failed, blah, 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 blah. So whatever, long story short, you can make your third chakra yellow and your grounding yellow, even if you don't see, you can't perfectly visualize yellow, because you have an intention, you have a mind, you know what a buttercup looks like, or a ducky, little baby duck, or you know, whatever, and you just think of that and then be like, okay, that color, that's what my third is right now, you know, and you just make it that way. Okay, long story short, long story long. But anyway, then we did aura repair. So, you know, like healing rips and tears in the aura. The angels told me when to do it, because they're like, look at her. And I was like, whoa. You know, like, she's not a newbie though. But I think she's sort of let her meditations go a little bit, you know, but her angels are happy that at least she's doing a triplet. So it's a good start. Good restart, let's say. But anyway, she had like this total cave-in the top of her aura. I mean, it just kind of hurt to even look at it. I think she just has a lot of conflict in her personal life, and I don't know, she's not checking, so, you know, she probably feels like crap half the time with cave-ins like that in your aura, because you know, you want your aura to be like this happy bubble, you know, that protects you and protects your chakras. And if it just gets like all those awful gashes in the top, then you know, then your energy's leaking out, and your chakras are like overworking, trying to keep the aura together, and you're not really safe. So people's energy that they're throwing at you is like literally damaging and blocking you up. So it's a mess. But anyway, she did get a triplet, and so thanks to her, the angels were really easily able to show me that everyone needed a little bit of aura repair, some more than others, but you know, everyone benefited. So I did aura repair, just helped heal up, you know, everybody's like big cave-ins here or whatever, or some people had them in the back, like here, you know, like, you know, like this newbie the other day, she's like, I was doing the video and it was so great and I was repairing my aura, but when I checked the back of my aura, it was like all, you know, half gone in the back, and I don't even know if that's possible, but I healed a lot and it feels better, so I guess it's real, and I don't know. And the thing is, yeah, it's real. You know, when you first do this kind of stuff, you may be shocked at the level of you know, horror that is in your energy field. It's because you've never ever repaired your aura ever before. So maybe every once in a while your angels take pity on you and repair it a little, but other than that, it ain't getting fixed. So that's why, you know, yeah, it really was like, rather than a nice happy bubble, it was like, you know, like almost mostly gone back there, which is really bad because then all these chakras block up, and you know, it's really easy for people to throw energy at you and affect your mood, and you know, you may have like shoulder soreness and neck soreness. It's terrible. So anyway, I bet she slept a lot better and feels a lot better today. So when in doubt, like if you think that you find a rip and a tear, it's there, you know, so just, you know, use your intention and gold light and heal it up. And those videos that she was using to teach her that are Energy Wax Part 1 and Energy Wax Part 2, which are older videos, but so my hair isn't purple, but really, really cool tie-dye shirt I'm wearing for those videos. And that is wax, W-H-A-C-K-S, like whack, 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 that someone throws energy at you. And if it hits a hardened part of your energy field, like where there's stuck energy, it'll rip right through. So anyway, all the more reason you need flow in your aura, because you can't, you know, sort of banish all the bitter, invasive people from the planet. They exist. So you just have to work on your flow so they don't bring you down. So after aura repair, then we worked on, then it was sort of like this whole drainage thing, you know, everywhere. So like third layer and third chakra, you know, we'd already started that a little because we were still at the orange grounding, yellow grounding, and yellow is good for the third chakra. So, but then we did third layer, like third layer is generated by the third chakra. So it's like, if this is first layer, second layer, third layer. So on her, it's like right here, you know, all the way around, up here, third layer, under here, third layer. So, you know, I just used gold light and sent it to everybody's third layer at once. Gold universal healing energy, not my energy. And I brought up yellow earth energy from the center of the earth. I listened to the recaps too, by the way. I'm an energy geek too. I like just listening to them and thinking about all the ideas. So, but anyway, I noticed that when I say earth energy, I don't say from the center of the earth. So yeah, it's not from like, you know, my backyard or something. It's like all the way down to the center of the earth. And I just bring up, because it's like the earth is like a chakra, you know, and it generates energy, you know. So I figure all the way down there, it's not, you know, it's like nice and wonderful and comforting. And so I bring that up, you know, at a certain vibration. So I brought up yellow earth energy for everybody's third layer, and just kind of, you know, helped comfort everybody with that yellow earth energy from the center of the earth all the way up. In the third layer. Oh, and then a different sample person that the angels picked for me to look at had like devices in the front of their third chakra. So third chakra, you know, round opening, for me it's right about here. They had like a funnel shape, you know, like something right here that was hard and a piece of energy from a past life actually. And so it's like it kind of impaired the energy from flowing in the front. It's supposed to flow in the front, spin around, and then flow out the back, and then go in the third layer and come back around the front and flow in the front, come out the back, go all the way around the third layer. You know, you get the idea. So because that was my sample person, the angels wanted me to help remove everybody's, you know, just melt away any devices that were stuck in the front of the third chakra that people were ready to release. Third chakra has to do with productivity, finishing projects, taking action. So like running, going for walks, but also just finishing projects, finishing video sets, you know, just really making it happen versus thinking about doing something, you know, actually doing it. So I just help people clear out the front of their third chakra from the front, the whole front there, you know. And by sending gold light there, melting away anything that people were ready to release. Devices is, I've never really maybe defined those in these recaps. Devices is like a hard piece of energy that, you know, someone throws at you or sticks in the front of your chakra if they can get there, you know. And it just, you know, it gets in the way. You know, we don't have to make it more complicated than it is. It just doesn't belong there. Someone created it at some point. I mean, if you ever want to, you see something weird sticking out of one of your chakras, some hard, solid thing, you know, just as you melt it away, just kind of use your intuition and be like, huh, you know, is that from a male or a female? That's from a male. Is it this life or a past life? This life. Is it a family member male or a business male? Oh, it's a family member male, you know, and then you probably have a short list of males in your family, you know, that you suspect, and be like, oh, is it him? Oh, is it him? Oh, it's him. Okay. You know, and just like chill about it, you know. And it is true that you don't have to worry about that. It doesn't matter who it's from. What matters is that it's blocking your flow and your abilities. But, you know, if it takes like 20 seconds to melt it away anyway, it's kind of fun. So, okay, then, oh, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but there are, you know, the comment sections of these videos tend to be pretty cool, particularly the spiritual age videos. The comment section, if you haven't watched the 3 video set of spiritual age, totally cool. It's its own playlist, so you can watch the 3 videos in order real easily. You just look for a playlist that says spiritual age. But anyway, at I think it's the end of the 2nd video, there are some comments, but at the end of the 3rd video, there are like some really interesting discussions, because people will post a question, then I'll post an answer, and blah blah blah. But anyway, I don't know how I got on that story right now. Oh, because in the recap videos for this triplet set, so July 7th and July 9th, there have been quite a few comments, and I've been replying, and so it's kind of interesting, you know, if you wanted to look back at a recap video that you've already watched, just to see, you know, what the comments are and stuff, because I screen them, so there's no like troll stuff. Anyway, so there, in some of those comment sections, we were talking about gold creative rings, and I've mentioned them in other recap videos. So it's like 3 gold rings above the head, like 1, 2, 3, like in the first layer mostly, and then a little bit in the second layer. So they generate, when they're nice and whole and healed and everything, they generate gold creative inspiration energy and like creative power energy of yours, and they send it down into your 7th chakra. So some people, they were a little blocked here in these rings. Not the people that had posted comments, because they were working on their rings already, but other people that were participating. So I just, you know, since they were my sample people, I just knew that everybody could benefit from some gold light around this area, you know, to unblock the rings. Because what happens is, well, just life happens. It's a busy spot in your aura, because you're like releasing, you know, you're sending 7th chakra energy upward to your 7th layer to flow downward, you know, and then you're bringing in energy when you wake up, and, you know, energy from the astral that you created, you know, and your whole spirit comes in this way into your body from the top down. So like I said, this is a really busy space, so you really don't want energy blocks in this space, and this is where those 3 gold rings are, so you have to come through them. But if they're all jammed up, then you have to like detour around them, and that's really like weird and awkward, and so you end up feeling weird and awkward, and then you can't bring in all the good stuff from your sleep with all that weird awkward detouring. So anyway, we unblocked creative rings, and then we unblocked I helped people clear some energy blocks that were between their aura and their 8th chakra, which we've talked a lot about in these recaps. So like if this is the top of her aura, then her gold sun is like right here, and it's like a beautiful gold sun. It's her 8th chakra really, but you can imagine it like a gold sun, and it shines down, you know, gold light for like wisdom, her eternal wisdom and healing energy. And so if this is the top of her aura and this is her gold sun, then you want this space in between the 2 things, the top of the aura and the gold sun, to be very like free and clear. But it's real easy to get pieces of blocked energy in there from like people in your life, and so you just like melt them away so that the gold light just comes right through really nicely, so then your eternal wisdom isn't getting sort of distorted by whatever pieces of energy blocks are there. So I hope that makes sense. So that gives people more of a mellow feeling, because the 8th chakra has this really mellow, like everything's gonna work out kind of thing, and it helps give you this big picture kind of wisdom about things, you know. And so clearing the energy blocks just you know, enhances that effect, because then you're getting more of your 8th chakra energy. So then we did more aura drainage stuff. I just looked at how people were at that time, and there was some, like, say if this is the bottom of her aura, right? Because like her bottom of her aura goes down to about here, right? Because there's 1st layer, 2nd layer, 3rd layer, 4th layer, 5th layer, 6th layer, 7th layer. So, you know, it's like 1st layer, 2nd layer, and 3rd layer, like right under the feet. People had kind of hardened energy there. It was just like a little stuck. So I sent gold light like in this area, you know, to the bottom of everybody's feet, you know, underneath the bottom of everybody's feet. Oh, and like 2 times just for fun, because clients are like, you know, these participants of these healings, sometimes they're like, I felt it when it was happening, you know, which, you know, a lot of people don't. It's okay if you don't feel it when it's happening. You know, it's of course ideal if you feel it at some point afterwards, you know, you feel the benefits and the effects kicking in an hour later, 2 hours later, whatever. But some people do feel it at the time it's happening, like, because they find out later from an email from me, like, what exact time it was happening, and they're like, oh, that's the time I felt it, you know. So I think it's fun for them. So what I did this time, 2 different times I did it, it's like, if this is the front of the participant's aura, right, and so I, like, right here, so it wasn't in their space, but I put up like all this glitter, like gold glitter one time, and like red glitter another time. Like, you know, glitter, like little flecks of energy, you know, just universal healing energy, but like, you know, outside of the front of everybody's aura, just like a little bit, you know, like the healing's happening, to see if like more people this time kind of felt like, is she doing the healing right now? Oh, this is later than I thought she would do it, you know? So I don't know, I'll have to hear people's responses to see if my red glitter and my gold glitter at 2 different times during the healing help more people to realize maybe the healing was going on at the moment. I mean, it's just fun. That's not really transformative. Well, it's you know, whatever. It's cool. Then we did after the bottom, just to help with drainage, we did 1st layer of the aura, like all the way around, and I brought up red earth energy, you know, all the way around the energy from the center of the earth. When I say earth energy, that's what I mean. Earth energy from the center of the earth all the way up at the red color, all the way around that 1st layer, like immediately all around, just to help people clear that layer, which helps the 1st chakra at the base of the spine. And the 1st chakra generates courage and safety and abundance. So energy blocks in that layer would sort of create the opposite effect. So an energy block anywhere in this 1st layer would make somebody fearful or worried or anxious or tentative, you know, overly cautious, guarded, you know, all that stuff, because it's the opposite of courage and feeling safe and having financial stability. So anyway, so we did the good side of that. We did, you know, bringing up the red earth energy and helping to clear the energy blocks with gold light helps somebody feel more safe, more like, you know, less anxious, helps clear fear. Which also, you know, the webinar that I'm gonna mention in just a minute also helps with that. The webinar recording. Oh, yeah. So then we did a little bit of the 4th chakra. And again, I think 4th chakra is in the center of the chest. It helps with passion, motivation, love, you know, like creating a life that you love, you know, just a positive sense about things, a positive outlook, you know, a genuine positive outlook, not like fake positive, but like really that you see the upside of things just naturally. That's a strong 4th chakra, strong flowing 4th chakra. That's why I call the 4th chakra like the feel-good chakra, because it really makes you feel like great, you know, and if it's blocked, it's just not cool at all. So, you know, that's why I have an entire playlist on the 4th chakra of videos. And I also, as far as guided meditation recordings on my website, I have one on page 1 of 3 of the free recordings that you could download from my website, self-acceptance. It's a 16-minute recording that's available in no background sounds, or rainforest bird background sound, or ocean wave background sounds. So you can, like, you know, get your good vibes with nature and heal your heart chakra. It's awesome. And the angels want me to mention the whole half listening to meditations. Half listening because, you know, yeah, you can center and focus and dedicate your time to it, but sometimes you may have less opportunity for that, or you may just have less discipline, or you may have an inability to make time for it. You know, kind of, you may feel resistant to setting aside the time, maybe, you know, for whatever reason, you know, or maybe you're just a mom and, you know, your kids are always around you expecting things. Maybe. So half listening to guided meditation recordings of mine, or, like, you know, videos of mine. You know, obviously the video, you can listen to it on your smartphone, right? While you're doing other things, you know, just kind of don't watch the visual so much, you know. I mean, you know, I know I'm gorgeous, but you don't really have to see me. You can just listen to the video. And then all those guided meditation recordings from my website, you can just download all those to your desktop computer, and then from there put them all on your smartphone. So then you can just, you know, easy have them in playlists, and, you know, put your favorites in the same playlist and just, you know, loop them or something. But anyway, a lot of moms of young kids that I work with, have found that very life-saving. To half listen to guided meditation recordings while they're, you know, cooking or driving a kid somewhere, or whatever, all the things they have to do. Because otherwise the impulse is to save your meditation work to when you have, you know, time to yourself, which is like really late at night and you're already exhausted. So this way, and this one family, yay, 7 and 10-year-old boys. Hi, you guys. Yay, good job. You did a whole nother triplet set while you were traveling this time. Oh. But anyway, in that family, the mom, you know, half listens to my meditation recordings, and that's how her 2 wonderful, charming boys learned about me. You know, I was the meditation lady, you know, and then she, like, you know, screened some of my YouTube videos and decided which ones were silly enough for her 7 and 10-year-old boys to enjoy, and, you know, then I became the lady in the videos, you know. So it's a win-win. You know, you're not putting off your spirituality until the end of the day, and, you know, your kids learn by watching you, which I think in general works better. You know, they see you mellow out to this recording, and all of a sudden you're not so crabby anymore, and that kind of clicks with them, like, aha, meditation does good things to mommy, you know. And then eventually it clicks that meditation might do a good thing with them too, and help them to, you know, have a happier day. So, you know, but anyway, so I wanted that for you guys, the participants. So we worked on the 4th chakra, you know, how I was kind of like, this is a sacred opportunity for me to work with, you know, 44 people in 8 countries. I mean, mind-blowing opportunity. You know, like, in past lives I've worked with large numbers of people giving healings, but there wasn't the technology available to, you know, communicate with people on the other side of the globe, you know, to even know those people, you know, much less create a healing agreement for, you know, these little healings with them. So it's a, you know, of all the things in my past lives, you know, it's definitely a new one for me, and I have a lot of reverence for it. And I've been thinking about that lately, about reverence with your spiritual work, and I think that's important. I think if you're doing some kind of spiritual process and you're not reverent about it, you might want to fix that, you know, because I think having sort of that feeling of, like, sacredness, you know, like, wow, this is special. You know, I mean, obviously every morning when you're trying to meditate while you get dressed or something, you may not have the reverence every single time. But if you never do, you know, I really maybe think about it, you know, what's up with that. So anyway, I was helping people to have a more open heart chakra, a more powerful heart chakra, so that they can have more of that reverence, that love of their life, and really open up to that and be more and more aware and immerse themselves in enjoying their life and feeling what they love about their life. And then my sample person, speaking of fourth layer, so fourth chakra, right? Fourth layer is really important for the fourth chakra, right? And so my sample person had just this weird energy in the back of her fourth layer, because she had been, she's a newbie, and she had been having like a really negative year. And so she had this weird energy back here, and so she needed her angels to clean it out. Like, I could have cleaned it out for her, but it would have taken too long, and we were in the middle of the healing of 44 people. So, but what that meant is everybody needed to ask their angels to clean out their whole fourth layer. So that's what I explained to everybody. Like, okay, because I make sure everybody sees their angels. You know, there's even work on the astral in people's sleep with their angels, you know, the nights before the healing. So, and definitely, you know, there's this little angel hello process before each triplet healing starts. So I make sure they are in communication with their angels. So then I just said, okay, well, have your angels, you know, telepathically said, because I'm not on a call with these people, I'm just talking to the subconscious part of their spirit. And I said, okay, have your angels clean out your fourth layer and just get it all kind of cleaned out of energy that's not theirs, right? And so that happened, which is awesome. So that, again, enhances the purity of that layer, so your fourth chakra doesn't have to work so hard. So again, that makes people feel more upbeat, and, you know, helps people to enjoy their surroundings in their life more. Oh, and then this is the finale. And it goes to this webinar too, which I will tell you which one it is in a second. But I had people create, well, I had their angels. I said, okay, have your angels do this, and then have your angels do this. So the force was so nice. The fourth chakra was so nice and strong and flowing, even the fourth layer, right? Because the angels had just cleaned it out. So then I had people create a connection between their fourth and their seventh with their angels' help. So it's just, you know, you just imagine like probably like a nice green little line, green for the fourth chakra all the way up to your seventh chakra, and just have your fourth chakra like it's like a motor, and you just kind of send, just once you hook them up, it's almost like you know, if you're jump starting two cars, you know, you just hook up the spark plugs and one battery jumps the other. It's kind of like that in a way, but gentler. I think nobody gets electrocuted, but anyway, it was like a green, you know, green and gold little connection that people's angels made for them from the fourth to the seventh, just to like send some of that love energy, you know, up to the seventh. And then after that, and I just sent gold light to both of those chakras at the same time, the people's fourth and people's seventh, just to like enhance the experience for people. And we just took our time with that. And then they got rid of that extra connection, and then I had them, with their angels' help, make a connection between their fourth and their first chakra. So like another, the angels say that one was red and green. That's kind of cute. So red, I guess, for the first chakra, and green for the fourth, but just like a red and green connection, just to send fourth chakra energy down to the first chakra. Because sometimes, you know, if first chakra malfunctions, it's all about fear and worry, right? Versus about creating a life that you love, you know. And so, because love, passion, enjoying is fourth. So you want the first to be really strong, so that you're making life decisions based out of courage, right? So then you can decide with your seventh based on what you love, and heal your first, and kind of bring it into that alignment that, okay, we're gonna just make life decisions based on creating the life that we love, right? So that's kind of the idea. So then the fourth sent energy down here to kind of bless the first chakra. So it was all like, you know, about creating the life that you love. And again, I sent extra gold energy, just healing energy, to the fourth and the first chakra at the same time, just to kind of enhance that process for everybody. And the webinar that you could use to do that fourth, seventh, fourth, first process on your own is on my website. You may not realize, I mean, like, say if you have all these recordings already from like when they came out back in 2014, like I looked up the recording in you know, because I put it in iTunes. You download it to your desktop computer, and then it goes into iTunes or Windows Media Player if you have a PC. And if you look at the title in iTunes, it's an abbreviated title because iTunes only, you know, accepts certain length, and these titles are like huge. But if you look on my computer, on my website, the full title is there. The full title is, well, the part that's on it's on page 2 of 3 of my guided meditation recordings that you can download for free on my website. And so the second page of the 3 pages, and it's called June 9th, 2014. So it was made 3 years and 1 month ago. 3 years, 1 month and 2 days ago. But anyway, June 9th, 2014, feedback webinar, confidence, courage, love, decisions, recharging your own batteries, using 4th to heal 7th and 1st chakras. 1 hour and 5 minutes. So that's the gargantuan title / description that you'll find on my website. So you can pick that one and download it for free, and it's awesome. And like I said, if 1 hour and 5 minutes is like too much for you to handle, because that last part you want to focus on it, particularly like the last 20 minutes you want to focus on, because that's where somewhere in that last 20 minutes is where you do the 4th to the 7th and then the 4th to the 1st, and it feels very cool. So you know, if focusing is too hard for 1 hour and 5 minutes, maybe do it in little 20-minute segments or something, you know, 3 different days. But I'm going to say the title one more time, just so you can kind of understand the chakras related to it. So it's June 9th, 2014, feedback webinar. A feedback webinar back in the day was like people could sort of suggest through their questions, because I was able to see their little text chat questions during the live webinar. And anyway, so it's one of those webinars with some Q&A. But anyway, feedback webinar, confidence, which is 7th chakra, courage, which is 1st chakra, love, which is heart chakra, decisions, which is sort of the harmony of really them all. It's technically 7th chakra, but your 4th, if your 4th is strong and your 1st is strong, you make different decisions, right? Like if all these 3 are strong, like 4th, love, 1st, courage, 7th, confidence, and decisions, you make different decisions, and it really helps you live your life in a totally different way, not a fear-based way, but, you know, creating a life that you love. So anyway, it's a June 9th, 2014 webinar. And like I said, at the end, it's the part of it is using your 4th to heal your 7th and your 1st chakras. So it can help you with, you know, when you have to make major decisions in your life, like career decisions or moving or buying houses, but I think it's good for really every day, because it's great to live your life that way. I mean, the angels gave me the healing as we were doing it. They gave me the healing, the same healing, and I had the best day. Really, I mean, it really helped my day. It was a work day. I mean, I worked a lot, but it really helped. So anyway, you could check out that webinar if you want. Okay, bye. Oh, actually, one last thing. I take away the bye. Take out. The next webinar is going to start. The next mini triplet group healing, it starts July 21st. But background sounds. It starts July 21st, but I'm going to start something new where I actually close off the enrollment 6 days before that, just so that people have more time to heal with their angels in their sleep to prepare for it, and also so that I have some time to, you know, process the 40 to 50 payments, and it doesn't collide with my days off that I have right before the start. So again, the enrollment will be cut off at the end of Saturday, July 15th. And the webinar, it starts on Friday, July 21st. So you just have to think ahead now, by 6 days at least. But I'll reflect that on my website when I get around to it. All right, so now for real, bye.